I was very, I think, motivated at an early age when the AIDS crisis began to get to the root of the facts. And I really, it was offended me how certain groups within our country were being vilified. To me, that was a motivating force, even at an early age. And then as I began to know people who were affected by the disease and see how families were affected, it became more from a motivating force to really a mission to do something about it. And feel very blessed now, especially as a mayor in America, that I get a chance to partner with a lot of other activists in and out of government, private sector, public sector, to do something about it. Ignorance really is the enemy. And that's the key. I mean, we have to combat ignorance because ignorance breeds fear, breeds hate. All the negative emotions in many ways start from our lack of knowledge and often just a lack of knowing each other. And I think when you really sit down with somebody and you see their dignity and you experience their humanity, that's what motivates love and motivates action. So the more people understand that this is a challenge that affects all of us. HIV and AIDS prevalence amongst homeless is 3 times that of the general population, and that's just stunning, and it just shouldn't be. So we have a lot of work to do. Before you can have action, you really need awareness, and you need to know what needs to be done, have an appreciation of the scope of the challenges. And so the more we can get the word out, the more we can help people to see more clearly and know in their spirit and their being that we must work together to do something, then we're going to start seeing the change. This is not a crisis we should resign ourselves to, but understand that we could actually do a lot about this. And in many ways, by doing nothing, it's far more costly, not just in human lives, but even in the expense that society pays through a lot of healthcare challenges. So for me, it's an issue of justice, it's an issue of common sense, and there's a tremendous amount of pragmatism why we should really be engaged in creating models like this. So that's what my hope is for this housing project. I mean, we're standing on what was a parking lot before, and rising from this earth is going to be that kind of comprehensive housing and those kind of opportunities for our individuals who are struggling with HIV and AIDS. And again, we are building, in many ways, a cathedral to this ideal, a testimony to this truth, that if we wrap our arms around the problem holistically, if we all come together in support of this population, that we will help ourselves through that, and that we will help people bridge from really crisis to community, to having that kind of strength that comes from being bonded with other people.